We do have a game.
Yeah.
We've played this game before. It's called Dinner and a Movie.
Mm-hmm.
The premise of the game is that you have a guest. I describe the guest to you, and you have to pick the perfect movie for that guest, and then vice versa. We have 5 each that we can give each other.
Yeah.
Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
I'll start. Yeah.
Okay.
So, your dinner date crashed in a foreign land
Okay.
and is wearing a disguise. What's the perfect movie for this dinner?
Well, I mean, I feel like there are some episodes of Star Trek that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's some episodes of Star Trek that would be perfect for this, where like they get like surgically altered to look like the inhabitants of the planet so that they could blend in.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't think. Did you have Did you have something specific in mind?
Well, the thing is, like, when we did this last time, we only did
Yeah.
5, but I wrote, I think, like 9, so I only had to write one more this time.
Okay.
So this is like one of the ones I had from last time, but I think I had a movie in mind. Do you want me to give you what the movie I had in mind?
Yeah. What did you have in mind?
E.T.
Okay. Okay. All right. I could see
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I could. What my brain did was immediately went to Star Trek because we've been talking about Star Trek.
Yeah.
And then also like spy movies, just like James Bond type, or like Mission Impossible, where you have a bunch of like the face masks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just thinking like spy stuff and then Star Trek, and that's pretty much. I think that works,
Yeah.
for that dinner guest. Okay, I got this.
Okay. Yeah.
So your dinner date is a dog lover, and also you hate your dinner date.
My dinner date is a dog lover, and I hate my dinner date. Beethoven. Is Beethoven the movie that we're thinking about? Is Old Yeller the movie we're thinking about? Because they shoot the dog at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like, let me think. I wonder, I'm trying to think if there's like another really good movie where the dogs, Cujo.
Oh, that's
Cujo's
a good one.
That's where the Saint Bernard gets rabies and tries to, attack that family that's stuck in the car, and it's 100 degrees out, so they're like...
That movie's terrifying.
It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you thinking? Were you thinking Old Yeller?
I was thinking Old Yeller, or like Marley and Me.
Marley and Me with Owen Wilson?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But Cujo's really good though. That might be the best one.
Yeah. You want my next one?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my number 2. Your dinner date is the captain of a boat who recently had a wreck.
I mean, the Titanic 3 comes to mind.
Yeah, the third Titanic movie.
Yeah, no, that there are also some episodes of Star Trek. No, no, the Titanic is really the only movie that comes to mind. Either that or like 13 Ghosts, like something that's just like an old ship where there's just
I was actually thinking The Perfect Storm.
The Perfect.
Yeah, George Clooney, Mark
The Perfect
Wahlberg.
Storm.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean 2. Let's get the Kraken in there.
Well, the first one, Jack just runs his ship into the ground as he like walks off of it onto the dock. If you remember that.
Yeah.
The opening of the first Pirates movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great opening to a character.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. The next one I've got. Your dinner date was bullied a lot in high school and is still bitter about it.
Dinner date was bullied a lot in high school and is still bitter about it. Gosh, there's actually... Well, there's... there's like Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like... Is there a movie where someone was bullied in high school, and then when they become an adult, they're still mad about the fact that they were bullied? I mean, I feel like there's TV episodes like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually having trouble with this one. 3 O'clock High is one of the best bullied movies maybe ever made.
It really is.
Not a lot of people know about that, but yeah, there's kind of a meek character, and he gets into a fight with the toughest guy in school, ever. Really, they make it sound like it's the toughest guy ever, like the Mike Tyson of school bullies.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
It's a little more grim, but I was thinking of Carrie.
Oh, that's a good one. Carrie's a good one.
Yeah, she really lets them have it.
Okay, my third one, I feel like it's worded a little bit weird, but let me see if I can get through it. So, your dinner date is a woman that you are interested in, but she's a little bit weirded out about the fact that you're hanging out with a 12-year-old boy. So, there's you, the woman you're interested in, and the 12-year-old boy, a random... This isn't like your kid. It's a random 12-year-old boy. Like, what? How? How do you explain that?
Well, there is a Hugh Grant movie that I'm thinking of. It's called About a Boy.
Yeah.
About a Boy might be the perfect movie. I don't know if there's another one that I can really think about, or that I could think of that works.
We actually mentioned it earlier. It's Temple of Doom.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Because he's hanging out with Short Round. Yeah.
Temple of Doom, About a Boy.
Yeah.
Totally normal. The Sixth Sense, is that one?
Big is another one with Tom Hanks. Because he is an adult and he's hanging out with his still best friend from grade school,
Yeah. That's... Is that a good one?
I think About a Boy.
Show Big Tour.
I think About a Boy is the best one.
Show Big Tour. Yeah. It's like, I might be hanging out with a 12-year-old boy, but at least I didn't.
Yeah, because I'm a 12-year-old boy as well. Oh my gosh, what?
Oh man. About a Boy's the best one for that.
Right, what do you got?
For a second, I thought you were going to say what I was about to say.
Yeah.
My next one is your dinner date is someone that you've had a crush on for a long time, but you don't know if they feel the same way.
Oh, someone you've had a crush on for a long time, but you don't know if they feel the same way. There's so many movies that do this.
Yeah.
Where they have the double crush going. What's it called? This one actually. Yesterday, which is the movie about the guy where the guy gets into crashes on his bike, bumps his head, and then he's the only person now who remembers the Beatles. So it's he doesn't have the amnesia, everybody else gets the amnesia.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a funny thing. But anyway, there's a love interest in that one where they both like each other and have for ever, and then they don't realize it.
Yeah.
Maid of Honor with Patrick Dempsey.
Okay.
Where he's finds out that now she's going to get married. And he's like, oh my God, we've loved each other this whole time,
Yeah. Well, the unrequited love is so common.
Yeah.
That you can almost pick, like My Best Friend's Wedding. You can pick.
Yes.
Almost any movie.
Yeah.
But the movie that I had in mind specifically when I wrote this was Just Friends, with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, let me see. This is my number 4. Okay. Your dinner date feels like a bad parent. You're not sure why. So what movie do you show this dinner date to make them feel better about their parenting?
Mommy Dearest.
Okay. Is that the wire hangers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. She's just whipping her kid with the wire hanger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Mommy Dearest might be. You know what? Actually, Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah, that's a great. Yeah.
Hey, you didn't chop off your son's hand. You know, better parent than this guy.
There's a movie Gosh, I do not know what it's called, but it's got it might have both Sean and Chris Penn in it, and it's got Christopher Walken, and Christopher Walken's their dad, and he's like a mobster.
Yeah.
And they kind of get in with him, then they kind of screw up, and he puts a hit out on them.
Oh.
So they turn like witness protection and rat him out.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, like he's their dad, but he's gonna like actually take. I cannot remember what it's called, but
You know what's a really good pick is
Yes.
a Goofy movie.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, look, every kid hates their parent. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna feel like a bad parent, no matter how good of a dad you are, no matter
Yeah.
how good of a mom you are. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna feel like a bad parent because look at Max, that little jerk.
Yeah. The movie I was thinking about was Home Alone.
Oh,
Like at least you didn't do that.
that's a good one. Yeah.
At least you didn't leave your kid with Joe Pesci.
Yeah. Bites his finger off. All right. Your dinner date speaks in a terrible accent that is obviously fake.
Your dinner date speaks in a terrible accent that is obviously fake. Is this like a Brad Pitt movie? Is this a Pierce Brosnan movie? Is this a what's his name? James Patterson, the Twilight guy. He doesn't do a very good American accent either.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. He doesn't do a very good American accent. Is this Inglourious Bastards?
Jai Courtney.
Where they're acting, where they're speaking Italian? They're speaking Italian, and they're terrible at it.
Yeah.
Is movies where somebody is doing a terrible accent. Is this Father of the Bride, where Martin Short is doing like some who knows what?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect Strangers, the TV show where Valky's from some made-up land with a made-up accent.
Yeah, I could tell you that the one that came to mind for me was Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is doing really.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that was not good. He tries though, you know.
He does. Yeah, he's great. Most
it's there's Keanu Reeves. There is something really special about him.
Yes.
I don't know what
I'm
it
a
is.
huge Keanu Reeves fan.
Yeah. Are we ready for the next one?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, I think this is my fifth one.
Okay.
So here we go. Your dinner date was recently shot point blank range with a shotgun, which sent him flying through a pane glass window. He also seems overly obsessed with finding any woman who has a certain name.
Okay, so there's got to be a specific movie.
Yes, there is.
That you're explaining here, but
Yes.
I am not
Really?
placing
Not
it
picking that up?
at all.
So someone gets shot with a shotgun. They go through a pane glass window.
Yeah.
And they're totally fine. And they're also looking for a woman with a specific name, and they're just looking for any one of these women who has this exact name. Down the phone book.
You're talking about Terminator.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Terminator, that works. Terminator works.
Were you not thinking of Terminator?
No, yeah, I was.
Okay. I was
Exactly
gonna
what I was thinking about.
Yeah, any Sarah Connor will do.
Yeah.
No, I was first thinking, like, is it RoboCop? Like someone who just gets completely demolished.
Oh, RoboCop.
But then the name thing really threw me. But yeah, Terminator. I mean, there's not really another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You ready for my last one?
Yes.
Your dinner date is not very weary of AI, and you want to convince them that they should be more concerned.
Is this iRobot?
Could be iRobot, yeah.
Is this 2001 Space Odyssey?
It could be 2001 Space Odyssey. Could be Alex and Maya, the movie we just wrote.
It could, it could be Terminator as well.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. It could be, the crazy thing about Terminator was that the computer technology at the time had like zero ability to do anything AI-ish.
Right.
So, anyway. What movie were you thinking about?
I was thinking the Terminator.
You're thinking of Terminator. Okay. We both had a Terminator for the last...
We both had Terminator for the last one, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you were thinking Genesis. No.
Nobody is ever thinking Genesis.